my good people. All right, so I'm gonna do an update on installing 12-inch skins. This is what they call the hologram, deal. It's actually metallic silver, but when you order it, you have to, if you want this hologram style, you have to notify them, call them, let them know, whatever. And let me go ahead and cover up my billing stuff. 12-inch skins. If y'all don't know about them, 12-inch skins. They're legit. You can look them up online. And, I was planning on getting some more skins actually for my LC 6000s, the pair, and my Rain 72, MK 72, MK2. And maybe they can get some too for my sound switch. I don't know. I gotta also reach out to the good people at DJ Tech Tools, who they're the reasons that I have the caps, the golden chrome caps. I actually was going to get a set and either have it all chrome or all gold, but I honestly have fallen in love with the way that this is. And now that Denon's come out with some brand new stuff, and I'm glad that I'm gonna change this, because this actually is making this kind of where the skin, the reason that they sent me a replacement, was because of it was, came damaged. I don't know if it's just mishandling on the package or what the deal was, but that one was damaged, which this one obviously is not. Everything is looking good on this one. Yep, all the cutouts. I don't even have to worry about taking anything out on this one. The other one, I ended up having to puncture all these things, all these for being able to take it apart. And then this one, right here, it was actually messed up. And this is the only part on this one that was somewhat damaged. So without any further ado, let me make this quicker than the first video that I did. Let me go ahead and place a good angle shot. And let's see. Well, no. I'm working this Pivo cam, and I was hoping to be able to zoom, but I can't zoom. I'm new to all this tech crap, so bear with me. All right, so the first thing that we're gonna have to do, we're gonna end up having to take off all these caps. And I'll actually have my stuff set up to call Dell, because I actually ran into a bad issue with my laptop at a couple of events that I really want to take care of. So anyways, what I like to do is get all my knobs and put them in the position to where it's the 0 or the minus infinities, if you will, 12 o'clock, all the way down to what would be 7 o'clock to your left, or however you want. But either way, just take them off, all the caps. If you've never done this, you're probably gonna end up having to do, some kind of a pressure deal on it. And let me see if we can get all the caps in there. Yeah, okay, it's looking good. So, there's a trick to doing all this, and that's kind of like utilizing a credit card for underneath when you go back and put everything in there. And the only reason that you're doing this configuration the way I'm doing it, so you can know without a doubt where everything goes. It's not too complicated, but it works for me. The last time, because I was actually being a little bit more cautious, I didn't know what the heck I was actually getting myself into. Plus, I had just literally birdie got in from Mexico, my other home in Mexico. I've been in supermats and stuff, so I've had a lot of fights, so I got a lot of broken and fractured bones all over my body, and it was killing me. We're not too cold over here in Dallas, Texas right now, but I can feel when it's about to get cold and it sucks. Plus, I'm 50 plus years. I've been doing this for quite some time, since the mid 80s, age 14, 86. So I do this to try to help everybody out. So the whole deal with the DJ Tech Tools, this one did not come in it for whatever reasons. I reached out to them to see what's up, and the reason, the way that you can tell how to put these on, whenever you take your caps off, let me see if you can get this in there. You see how it's not rounded on the bottom? The majority of all your caps, your fixtures, if you will, everything that has a knob on it looks like that when you take off the cap. So that's how you can tell. So depending on if they lock like on a zero in the middle, like left to right on faders, or on knob faders, you would be able to just leave it there, or all to the left, all to the right, or however you want. The majority of these, they're set the way that, I took them out, because a lot of them stay and they end. You can feel where it ends. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this down. I was gonna plug it up, but I was like, the hell with it, I might as well just do it. I got me a clean rag, and I want to use my Lysol wipes. And I probably will, to be honest with you, to clean this, because you're supposed to clean it with alcohol. The residue and stuff, if there is any residue left. So I'm gonna, I believe in God first before all of this crap, with this idiot that we had in office, Trump lying to us, along with all the world leaders in regards to COVID. And I'm not saying that it doesn't exist, but not the way that they said it. So the hell with all that. But to keep it safe, you might as well just don't take a risk. So I don't know why they gave, okay, for this one. And that's good, I needed it. All right, cool. So we're good. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start peeling it. I really hate to do this because, it's on there very, very good, as a matter of fact. So I was told that nothing happens after, if you ever want to take this off. I think there's a way that you're supposed to take it off, either with like some kind of a heating device, maybe like a hair dryer. But I'm gonna go ahead and just do it this way. And we're gonna see if it's true that it doesn't destroy the bottom, even though this adhesive is pretty damn good. So we're finding out right now. Yeah, it's on here damn good. I've had my controller in the elements, and I'm pleased to say as of now there's nothing coming off on the original of it. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and take this one off as well, so I can just go ahead and be ready. I'm gonna start from left to right. For the most part right now, it seems to be easier taking it off than it is putting it on, obviously. I have to have surgical precision, I guess, to try to put these on. And it's stretched when you take it off. It's no good, obviously. So it's sad. It's made of some rubbery vinyl stuff, I guess. Very durable, as a matter of fact. As you can see, I was stretching the hell out of it, and this is the only piece that broke right here. As taking it off. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in. Let me see where I can put this at. I don't want it sticking on nothing. Let me take this off my pivot and bring you in for a closer look. There's no residue whatsoever. This is already from wear and tear. I've been having this since, I think I was one of the first ones in Dallas to get this, my Prime 4. So, yeah, nothing came out. Nothing. All the original lettering and stuff is still there. I said just wear and tear. I might end up having to replace this fader. I wish I could get a fader like in my Rain, the mags. But I have yet to find anybody to, you know, as far as like that kind of a fader. Because this one's actually, I think, about to go out. Like I said, I got this, the Denon Prime 4 should have been out and released in March of 2019. Unfortunately, things being the way they were and then COVID did not help. It prolonged everything, so I didn't get mines till I think around late August, early October. And again, I think I was one of the first ones, if not the first one, to get it. And have been happy and pleased with it ever since. I can't see anything else. Even the new SC Lives that they came out with, mine's beats it hands down. The only thing that has that this doesn't is Amazon Music. But I don't really fuck with Amazon Music like that. I'm actually gonna reach out to 12-inch Skinz, and I need a replacement for this. So hopefully they can send it to me. My other one doesn't look too bad. But yeah, I'm gonna reach out to them and see if they can send me a replacement on here. If they do, I'll do a follow-up. So again, I'm gonna go ahead and proceed with this one. Let me go ahead and put you up here. We're 11 minutes into this, so bear with me. I'm trying my best. Some of these caps are on pretty damn good. BJ Tech Tools, yeah. 12-inch Skinz. And I don't have any damn fingernails, so this one's gonna be kind of hard coming out. And these are fitted like barely, you know, to the point of stretching in here for this knob. I mean, it's precise. Let's see. Oh yeah. Okay. Cool. I didn't bother looking at it before I was taking the damn thing off to make sure it was actually the right one. Again, it's on there very, very good. That part is kind of weak. It already tore. It's better to try to get them all out at the same time. This one did take a little bit of the original paint, is it or no? Or is it part of the, you know what? I think it's part of the, no, this is part of the glue. Alright, so I'm gonna have to do some cleaning on it. Some of the adhesive stayed in there, and I'm gonna go ahead and get this out. Again, I'm gonna clean this with my Lysol wipes. Do a thorough inspection before I continue with putting them back on. And it's not too bad coming off. Some adhesive was in some locations. Okay, and I'll do a close-up on it. Let you know what the original looked like. This one that's embedded, I'm gonna end up having to use a little bitty stick, or a little pin, if you will, to take out the cell phones, the memory sticks or whatever. Basically to reboot the devices, I guess. The SIM cards, yeah. And thankfully I had that handy. I was actually using it for something else. Alright, so let me go ahead and bring you close to this. And yeah, so y'all don't be afraid, you know, if y'all are getting this, y'all are not pleased with y'all's skin. Because the majority of their stuff, then this is original, straight from Denon. The only thing was I had a little bit of adhesive, you know, stuck on around the edges here. But as you can see, I mean, it's all good. Man, I forgot to take this off. Okay. And remember where you leave these. Like this one doesn't have a stopping point, so I'm just gonna leave it down there. And again, you want to follow the bottom half that's not rounded, obviously goes there. So whenever you're fitting this, bam, it fits there perfect. Okay. All right, so let me go ahead and proceed to clean. And I'll start from the left to the right. It's always good to have some of these wipes handy, just to be able to clean whatever you gotta clean. Again, they recommended that we do the cleaning with alcohol. You never want to clean this with water, obviously. If you don't know, you know now. And after you clean it, then you want to go back and dry it before applying this 12-inch skin to have a dry surface. And it doesn't matter that you move the knobs. I mean, you can always go back and move all the knobs back to whatever position you want them at when you're going to put your knobs back on. Just remember that you moved them. And right now it's all kind of dusty and dirty and all that. And I'm going to show you what it looks like after I clean it to see the difference of before and after. I don't got to clean my decks, but I might as well. I had to clean my screen because my screen was dirty as hell. I'll go and clean everything else later. One thing about using Lysol, or if you use like I do, for shining up your speakers, Armor All, if you don't dry it, especially under the elements, it's gonna leave a sticky looking residue on it, smoky, and that does not look cool whatsoever. So as soon as you apply this, you want to go with a terry cloth, kind of like when you're shining up your vehicle and you're doing a lot of badass cleaning. I used to take hours to clean my vehicles. I put my girl on any surface, including the seats, because the majority of the seats were leather. She would slip and slide everywhere. Clean, so you always want to clean your stuff. Have it looking professional. Once that happens and it's clean, then I'll go back again. And I'll do a visual inspection, make sure that there's nothing there. No hairs from the brush, nothing's embedded, and yeah, it's clean. Now let's see what the difference is. It looks clean to me. There you go. So yeah. And it doesn't take too long for the surfaces to dry in these. And we should be good to go. All right, so let me go ahead and start. We're almost 20 minutes into this. So, oh, I'm getting the wrong template. Another inspection. Everything's looking good. There's nothing stretched out. I've actually been having this template for quite some time. It took them a while to to get this into me, to my possession. So I was very, very happy, but unfortunately, I had a lot of stuff to do and don't like doing things in a hurry. So the way I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna peel from the top, try to work my way down on peeling it, and maybe do it and work it this way down, if that makes any sense. So the first time that you do this, you don't wanna try to put your fingers too much into the adhesive part. And you wanna try to at least try to center it as good as you can when you first begin. And don't be in a hurry. It's not a racing contest. And once you get the first part aligned and you see that it's satisfactory on both sides, I'm gonna actually visually inspect this with the good light that I got. It's hard to see that way because it is holographic. Then I believe that we're good there. So I'm gonna go ahead and start. When you do the buttons, the button area, go around, in a clock-like fashion, either clockwise or counterclockwise, so you can remove all bubbles. Even in the areas where, like here, I have indentions that split the whole deal apart. So I have to squeeze down so I can go ahead and get all the bubbles out. Continually rub until you see no bubbles. Yeah, this is looking nice. Around your button areas, make sure that it doesn't touch the edges, so that you can actually have freedom of having your buttons to be able to make that sound. If it doesn't make that sound, then it's not aligned well, and or it was not cut correctly. The way that I have it set right now, since I started it and installed it from the top the way that I did it, it actually seems to be going well. From experience, I'm gonna end up having issues down here. Because again, the templates are made perfectly. They're not too big and they're not too small. They're just perfect, to be honest with you. So I'm doing all the rounding out right now. I'm just doing a deal to where it'll actually stick just enough for me to be able to move it around if I gotta move it around. This one's actually going on smoother than the first time that I did it, obviously, because I didn't know what I was doing. It seems like I know what I'm doing now. And really, it's hard because I don't have perfect lighting in here like I wish I had. So I'm just guessing at some of the nicks and crannies that on the edges, making sure that I don't rip anything or stretch anything. Trying my best to take out all the air bubbles. It really doesn't even have that many air bubbles, to be honest with you. And the hologram does make it stand out. This one went in way better than the first one that was on here before. Alright, okay, so I'm going to continue. And again, you want to take your time on the rounded parts where your buttons go in a circular motion. Clockwise, counterclockwise, it doesn't matter. Round and round. Until you don't see any kind of air bubbles, anything sticking up. Make sure that everything's still centered. Try not to move this to the sides. Again, I was pleased for 12-inch Skinz to actually ship this out as soon as they could. I think when I reached out to them, there was like a DJ convention of some sort going on in Miami or something like that. California, Miami, somewhere around there, LA. And so the owner, who's not that far away from where I'm located at, he was very cool, you know, very kind. I think he's a DJ himself. And yeah, he didn't make no ifs, ands, or buts about it, you know, with replacing this for me. He was actually pretty damn cool. And when you do this, you want to do the same thing like sort of like a squeegee. Some of your fader knobs you're gonna end up having to move like I just did, so that it can actually go down 100%. Once you do that, then you can move your fader knobs back down and start, you know, with the taking out the bubble process, if you will. Making sure every indentation that you have in regards to like where you split for your buttons. That nothing is obscuring it. This one was cut like very, very precise. So still, I mean, you cannot really tell. So that's why I'm having to squeeze in there. If anything, I think I can do it like this. No, that won't do it. It's too thick. When I tell you it's precise, it is precise. Like I'm surprised. All right, so once you get to that point, you can go ahead and take the goddamn off. The whole peel. And now begins the fun part. Bending it down. So when you bend it, you want to make sure that you're bending everything even. And don't press on it all the way yet until you're reassured that this corner right here does not have no bubbles. If it doesn't have any bubbles, then it's perfect. And at that point, you can go ahead and just start right to left, right to left. Go ahead and go in between the buttons if you have buttons, like I have buttons here. And everything is good, man. This looks really good. So my buttons here are for the lines and USB connections, you know, that are on this 4-channel DJ controller. So whenever you're doing like what I'm doing, just make sure that whatever configuration you're using use it as, put it back. And a big difference from the way it was. Hell yeah. Oh yeah. I'm glad I did this. I should have done it a lot sooner. I actually had some time today. I'm still gonna end up having to call Dell. So all of these, since I have moved them, I'm gonna go ahead and put them back. These are my through switches. So that you can let everything play on whatever channel, left or right, or both of them, you know, it's gonna be playing what they call through. All right, let me let you look at this. Yeah, that's the reason that I got it. I mean, hologram's badass. Instead of just regular chrome. The regular chrome wouldn't even have that look. You can see there's no indentation of bubbles whatsoever. So it's looking pretty damn good. Yeah, I'm pleased. That's what's up. Okay, so let's continue to the rest. We're 30 minutes into this video. Another important thing, make sure that you have clean hands whenever you're doing this. Before you attempt to do this, you know, kind of get you a feel for the way it's gonna be, work a game plan, make sure everything is good, everything fits perfect the way that it goes. Yeah, this seems to be cut perfect as well. Everything is good. The thing is aligning the center of these buttons and working your way down. Yeah, everything is good. All right. And I find for me, that's the easiest, quickest way to do it. Be careful on the edges, not to cut, you know, this when you're trying to peel the back end of it. Because these edges on this template are very, very thin. So just be careful, be patient. They say patience is a virtue. Don't peel off too much because it does fold. And you want to get it on there as perfect as you can. So as soon as you get it on there, you want to try to center your skin as much as you can. You don't want to bend it. What you're looking for is to align your screws, the openings of the screws, so that they're not offset. And once you get the center of like some of the major screws, like those are major screws, and you can end up working your bubbles out. You don't want to move your skin too much from side to side, so you don't mess up how can I say it, the center. Everything, if you center one, the rest should be centered, but because it is a movable vinyl skin, it's gonna end up moving somewhat. This one has a little bit more it's open, so there's room for error. So you want to be very, very careful. Around your platter, you want to make sure everything's smooth. Around your fader, you want to make sure that it doesn't move. Everything is looking good so far. There's no bubbling anywhere that I can tell, as opposed to my other skin that was damaged. There's no cuts around the buttons, around the set screws, or the actual screws themselves. One thing too, like if you do like what I just got through doing, and you pull it up on it, make sure that you don't tug on it too much, because then you'll end up expanding it. That's the worst thing that you can do with one of these vinyl style skins. But once you stretch it, you'll never get back to its conformity. And again, do not rush. Take your time putting these on. Making sure you don't have any bubbles anywhere. This one right now is going on smooth. I like the progress. It's a lot quicker than the first time that I did this. First time I did this, I did all of it, and it took me damn near 2 damn hours. Getting in between the pads is somewhat tricky, but again, don't lose patience. On the edge of it, make sure that everything's good. All right. It's looking very, very good. All right, once I get out here to the final stretch, and that's a good indication that you've got it centered, because your buttons are not sticking to this, vinyl skin. That means you actually have freedom to move about. Oh yeah. Okay, then you can take this off, and you're not worried about anything because you're not moving anything. Okay, so far so good. Okay, the same process that we did on the other one, this one, as far as the fold down is concerned, it's going to be the same process that we're going to use. All right, so once you do this, you start from the top, work your way down. For as long as you have not stretched it, it should be fine. You can start from the center and go out towards whatever way. And you shouldn't have any trouble doing this. And I think that's it. Whoa, 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 whoa. I ran into trouble. I didn't think I was, but yeah. The things that barely got put on. Okay, so I gotta do this one for this way. All right, cool. I almost screwed that up. All right, there you go. Oh yeah, that's perfect. This is my crossfader contour, right and left fader start buttons, which I never use. I'm gonna be honest, there's a lot of stuff that I don't use. I'm wondering why this one did this. But again, I'm gonna reach out to them and let them know that I need that. Yeah, this one definitely, oh man, it looks way different. Because I could tell where the screw up was. So, check it out. It's just a badass effect. I wish that I could do my logo on it with this. I don't know if they're going to do this in the future, but I have seen some companies that do the logos and all around in the draft, and it's cool. I mean, they got a matte finish, but I'm from the old school. I'm a 70s baby. I grew up with gold and chrome, Dayton's and stuff like that, so that's where this came from. And this is what the deck looks like with the chrome on. And this is what it looks like without it. So if y'all want to make a decision based on it, well, this is what it looks like. With this, for the up and down fader. Up fader with this in it, without it. You can pick and choose whatever y'all want to do. Then I think they even make it for this, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I can give you a taste of what that looks like. Well, no, not really. It would have been cool though. But yeah, no, I don't think so. So I have a replacement skin that they sent me accidentally for this one, if this one ever screws up. But for the most part, I mean, it looks good. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and just start putting on everything else that I took off. Again, on the chroma caps, this is how you can tell where it's gonna go. They fit in perfect. You can push it in a little bit more if you want. That's what she said. And this is the center where this goes. So you just line it up and push it down and everything is good. I'm gonna go ahead and just start putting these back on here. Just because I'm eager to see the whole thing and how it's gonna act. I'm gonna go ahead and put this here so I can go ahead and do it, you know, a lot quicker, because I'm gonna end up having to put this strip on here. When you put your caps down, you don't want to put them down too much, because then it'll be rubbing against your controller. You want to keep it to the same specs that, you know, your controller came in, if possible. And like these have the little indicators. So the ones that don't have the indicators, those are the ones that are kind of tricky to put on. And I'm gonna show you, since I put the center one on. Because the ones with indicators actually lock. My trims, they don't lock on the center like my mid, highs, and lows do, or the sweep effects. But I like to keep everything at 12 o'clock. There's no sticking on my buttons. This one I had some sticking on it. I'm gonna go ahead and clean it with. To clean these, do not have it plugged in, and this works perfect. Put that in there, and you do a little messing around with it, and it loosens up a lot of debris, dust, whatever the hell you might have in there. All right. So far, so good. Without having to clean these two, maybe. Yeah, I gotta clean these two. Might as well clean them all. And again, don't have this plugged in. Any electrical devices that you're going to utilize this spray on, do not have anything plugged in. Let it wear out, and then you can continue using it once it's dry. When you put them on there, just move them up and down, side to side, whatever the case may be. So far, so good. All right. The big one. My side, or where does this one go? Okay, yeah, over here on this side. And now for the final one, the hardest one of all. I say that jokingly, but the last time it was super damn hard. so it's hard to take this damn thing off on the back. So with this one, you want to not stretch it out too much. You want to get it as centered as you can. Once you see that it's in there, then you go from the top down. So to work out the bubbles on this, a good rule of thumb, hold down on the bottom and then work yourself up and down until you see no bubbles whatsoever. To the side, you want to spread them out. And that's it. And that's it. That's what it looks like with everything on it. Big difference. No filter. That's really what it looks like. All right, so thanks a lot. Thank you.